Hi, my name is Leigh Magley, and today I'm going to be presenting in the context that I work for a real estate investment firm, and these are my fabulous CEO, fellow employee, and big investor. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm really excited to share an opportunity I see right now in commercial real estate. This opportunity is something I see that's really going to make our investors really happy, it's going to make our firm happy, and it's really going to increase our rate of return on our profits, diversify our assets, and kind of hedge our risk a little better than what we're doing right now. So the opportunity I see is an opportunity for adaptive land reuse in big box retail and transforming that into industrial warehousing. On my agenda today, first I'm going to look over some trends we're seeing right now, and those are trends in real estate, there are trends in industrial marketplace, and there are trends in the retail marketplace. Then I'm going to go over the growing need that we need right now for industrial, and the growing occupancy rates right now industrial. And finally, I'm going to go over how our firm can capitalize on the growing need for industrial warehousing and really capitalize also on that dead retail space. So it's no surprise that COVID-19 has exacerbated the death of big box retail while also increasing the need for industrial warehousing. And this is a trend we've been seeing since 2018, but COVID-19, according to CBRE, has pushed this trend 6 years ahead of its time. So the analysis we see here is that there's a rise in e-commerce. Now this rise in e-commerce is causing death of big box retailers. Those are retailers like Sears, Dillard's, closed-in malls, places that many of us haven't visited for the past year. These are also increasing, the e-commerce is increasing the growing need, societal need for industrial space. Now this industrial space need is not only because of COVID, but it's also because of things like vaccines, the need for cold storage, it's the need for more e-commerce. So behind me you'll see a statistic that I see that's really important in seeing kind of the big picture, right? So this is the negative net absorption rates in retail. Now these negative net absorption rates signify a growth, a decrease in growth, demand, and they also show us how there's more vacancies in retail and more people putting retail space up for sale than there's people wanting to buy retail and wanting to lease up retail. Now in our own portfolios, this is something we're seeing and something that we're trying to combat, and I'm going to go into how we can combat this and also capitalize on the how we can capitalize on dead retail. So also behind me you'll see industrial's high net absorption rates. Now this signifies growth, this signifies demand, this signifies how more people are wanting to get into industrial space than what's being sold on the market. This is especially seen in land-constrained areas. Now you'll see behind me how these land-constrained areas' low vacancy rates provide us a huge opportunity. You see vacancy rates below 4%, which is crazy right now. You're seeing this in New York City, Nashville, Los Angeles. This is all from JLL, a reputable source in Q3. Now the opportunity I see here is huge, okay? So this is an incredibly economically impactful way to do this because retail right now is going for cheaper than industrial is, and especially places like San Francisco. And the reason why it's going for a lower price is astounding to me because essentially retail, being able to convert it into industrial is going to be an easy feat. So retail has huge parking lots. This is going to make it easy for trucks to come in and come out very easily. Retail is also going to be significantly easier to adapt because it has high dockage, it has high ceilings. You're going to be able to put a lot of products into a big retail store that used to be a Sears or a Dillard's or a mall. And you're seeing Amazon do this. You're not seeing a lot of other places do this because zoning is kind of a bit of complication, but this is something that we can really combat, especially in places where they don't want to see that dead mall anymore. It's an eyesore. They want to be able to get that cash flow for their city. So the solution I see here is that we really need to capitalize on these low per square footage rates. We need to go in, we need to buy this retail, we need to adapt it into industrial space, which will be incredibly easy because it already has that nice facade, it has the high ceilings, it has ample room for incoming storage, and it's going to be really significant for us to be able to capitalize on this opportunity. This will also allow us to diversify our assets. We're not into a lot of industrial space right now, and this will be able to allow us to hedge our risk in asset classes that are failing right now, like office, hospitality. So here's the plan. We go in, we buy up the low price dead malls that are going to be a lower price per square footage. We're going to convert it into Class A industrial warehousing, which will be a pretty cheap and easy feat. And then we're going to flip or hold these as long-term assets. Now we can either hold them in our portfolios to hedge the risk of right now what's happening in senior living, apartment, hospitality, or we can go ahead and flip them immediately to get those high rates of return for investors right now. So in summary, the low demand for retail and high demand for industrial. This is something that we really need to get on board with. Something we can have the foresight to do and be in front of the industry as it's going. Next, we need to capitalize on the growing demand in the industrial sector. Now that is going to be great for us because anybody who specializes in anything in real estate always makes a lot more money. And the profit in land constrained areas is going to be something that's only going to increase as more people are moving back to land constrained areas. They're moving, I know a lot of people are saying mass exodus to the suburbs, but a lot of people are also saying moving to that live, work, play environment. And I think that's something that's only going to increase. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to speak to you today, and I hope this is an opportunity we can really expand on in the future. Does anyone have any questions? Fabulous. Thank you.